Let's go now to Denver 7's Jennifer Kovaleski at the Sheriff's Office substation in Commerce City, where the memorial keeps growing for Deputy Gum.
Jen, you were also in the courtroom today. We got our first look at the suspect, and we are naming him. His name is Dreon Deering. So set the scene. What was the mood like in the courtroom?
Yeah, Shannon and Ann, you really had two emotions. It was tense, but also emotional. That's because the suspect's family members were in the courtroom. I counted about 6 different family members, including his mom, who was very emotional. And that's when we really saw the most, that when the suspect walked into the courtroom, his mom was sitting in the front row. She was visibly crying and weeping. We could hear her. Expected the suspect to kind of acknowledge his family. He did not. He looked down, didn't make eye contact with his mom or any of his family members, and appeared to almost show regret or embarrassment. But other than that, he sat through the rest of the hearing and only said, "Yes, Your Honor." But at the same time, you also had Adams County deputies who were there doing their job in the courtroom, and they had to face the man who killed their friend.
Who else was there, Jen?
Fellow deputies were also there who were not in uniform, who were not on the job. I actually had the opportunity to talk to one of them who told me that he worked with Deputy Gum in the jail, and he was a wreck. He was emotional. He was very upset. He could barely talk about it when we were talking to him, but he just said that he wanted to be there because he wanted to see the man who killed his friend.
And we know, Jen, that Deering's facing first-degree murder charges. Did the DA say if he plans to seek the death penalty?
And that was the big question that we asked him. Essentially, he said that he doesn't know, that it's too early at this point, but he said that he's going to look at everything involved in this case before that decision is made. But it will be quite some time, at least until after the arraignment, before we know if the DA plans to seek the death penalty. Of course, if he doesn't, the suspect could spend life in prison. Ann and Shannon?
All right, Jen, thank you very much.
And of course, this investigation is just beginning. Already, a lot of you have been asking about how well those bulletproof vests actually protect officers. Denver 7's Lance Hernandez has written an extensive story about this on our website, thedenverchannel.com.